Hello, this is Coffee Break with Ninita, a daily guide of coping skills that gets us through by making us strong.
Relationships in trouble are not bad relationships. They can be good relationships where life happens and challenges trigger unpleasant emotions. And when the emotions are unpleasant, the needs are hard to please, hard to meet. The happier we are, the easier for our needs to be communicated and met. When we are upset, when we are angry, when we are frustrated, it is really very difficult, almost impossible for our needs to be met. You see, our negative emotions become a thick wall between our needs and the world outside. And it is those emotions that cause the people around us not to be able to reach us and comfort us and show us care. We tend to feel that the reason why we feel half is because the people around us are not interested, are not caring, are not involved, are not invested. But the truth is that when we are half, there is a thick wall between our needs and the world around us. And no matter what others do to help us feel better, they are not going to reach us. This is why sometimes we feel that no matter what we do, we feel frustrated because no matter what we try to do, we fail to make our loved ones feel better. Now you might say, okay, what is that thick wall you're talking about? Well, that thick wall is filled with assumptions. When we are feeling half, there is so many assumptions that develop and grow and block our sight. We're not able to see the other person who is desperately trying to reach us. That is exactly why it is so important to remember that when we are in a relationship and the other person is unavailable, they have a dry attitude, keeping our calm and collective manner, attitude, is making sure that we are not adding into the assumptions already developing in the other person. Yes, it is very important that when we are half, we are aware that it is very possible that our loved one will try to make us feel better, and our assumptions will not let them help us, reach us and help us. And when they get frustrated with us, our assumptions pick every single half emotion that might be present, only to build that wall taller. It is the assumptions that cause a lot of relationships to break up. Therefore, what you can do is make sure two things keep in mind. Two things you want to make sure to keep in mind. First, do not internalize the other person's lack of compassion, lack of caring and loving. Instead, use their dry attitude as a sign that they're half. And you can do one of two things. If you're in a good place, be caring, compassionate, loving. And when you find yourself getting impacted by their dry attitude, go buy milk. Remove yourself from the situation and go and talk to someone, a friend, a professional that are able to reset you and help you not develop assumptions that could harm the relationship even more. We have to be very careful. Not all assumptions are detrimental, only the ones that are interpreting the other person as being the source of bad. There are also assumptions that help clear by explaining that that dry attitude, that negative attitude, could be because of not feeling well, mentally, emotionally, or physically, and that they're going to overcome that. Promising, hopeful assumptions are a good thing. Pessimistic assumptions, assumptions that only interpret what is going on in a dark way, we need to stay away from. Anything that makes us feel half brings darkness, unless we realize that this too shall pass. That attitude of being patient and not jumping into conclusions when things are bad is very helpful in getting into a much better place, because when things are fine all the time, we feel that this is our goal, but this is not what empowers us. What empowers us is when we are able to go through a difficult time and not quit, not give up, but come out on the other side, staying calm and collective all the time.
We thank you for listening to Coffee Break with Ninita. Our goal is to help our StayWHOLE community work through their challenges. Please join this cause by supporting us on Patreon. You can do that for the price of just 1 cup of coffee per month. Just click on the Patreon link in the podcast description below, or simply visit us at www.patreon.com/StayWHOLE. We appreciate you and hope we can help you stay whole.